All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And salutations to the hopeful elect. All right, once again, this is going to be a quick lesson, Lord willing. It'll be edifying. So without further ado, all right, this is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. I started at verse 5. It says, "For thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now, and see whether a man doeth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hand on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces turn into paleness. Alas, for that day is great, so that is none like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." All right, and this is the time that we are approaching. All right, you see, Jacob's trouble is pretty much here. All right, it just hasn't, reached, the full effect, of martial law. You see, concentration camps. All right, the MOTB. You see, the lack of bread and water. All right, which is a famine. All right, this is what entails. Okay, all of the prophecies that are going to befall here in these last days. All right, and so let's get the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 12, because this is Bible prophecy. "And it shall, Salakia, and because iniquity shall come to pass, the love of many shall wax cold." All right, and this is already taking place here in the green, or more in the dry. Meaning what? When things, are pretty much, are scarce. The food on the shelves, the essential needs for children, for babies, like the baby formula, just basically a lack of bread and water, man. These things are going to cause loved ones to turn on each other. All right, your neighbors are not going to be so neighborly. All right, which goes into what is that second? I think it's Second Ezra, the 15th chapter, where it talks about they should not regard their kings nor princes. All right, in the course of their actions to stand in their power, there's going to be straight lawlessness out here. All right, okay, because as it would, the times that are approaching, okay, with the gas prices is going up, the cost of food, all right, the cost of diesel for these trucks to basically get the food to and fro, to ship it from, from A to B, all right, which is, here in America, all right. This shit is about to amplify, and to the point to where people are going to feel that tight squeeze, all right. People are going to have to put back groceries into the grocery line, all right, and it's going to come to a point to where they're going to have to ration out food. You see? So let's get, and even after that, all right, the love of many shall wax cold, because it's the purge. Your own neighbors are going to purge on the ones you just let your daughters have a sleepover with. You see? So let's get Second Ezra. This is Second Ezra, chapter 6, verse 22. It says, "And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. All right, and this is prophecy. This is what is about to happen. All right, fuck hyperinflation. Prophecy is about to kick in. All right, okay, because the Lord is pissed, man. All right, okay, the scriptures tell you, that it is better to be slain by the sword than to be slain with hunger, right? Because that's like a mercy kill, like the Lord, it's a quick death, but being slain with hunger is very slow and very, very painful. All right, and these are the days and the times that are vastly approaching. All right, let's get 2nd Ezra chapter 15. Okay, as a matter of fact, let's get Matthew. We're gonna get Matthew chapter 10. So verse 35. It says, "For I am come to set a man in variance against his father, and the daughter against his mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household." All right, so your neighbor, okay, like I just said, not gonna be so neighborly, man. All right, you're gonna try to borrow some bread, sugar, whatever you may need to prepare a meal, and your neighbor is gonna turn you around. Hell, even your own brother or your own sister. Your sister can walk up to your front door with her kids in her arms, and guess what? She's going to get turned around. Why? Because of a lack of bread and water. A man's foe should be there of his own household, and the love of many shall wax cold. All right? And this is nothing new under the sun, man. All right? That's why it says that this is going to be a time like no other since there was a nation, roughly paraphrased. All right, but let's get 2nd Ezra chapter 6. 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 57. Salakia. No, 2nd Ezra chapter 15. Salakia. Verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. You see? No pity. All right? So a neighbor can just have been essayed, great, and guess what? He's going to step over his neighbor who he known for fucking 40, 50 years. Been to all of the family cookouts, the family reunions, the daughters' graduations, all that shit, man. It's not going to matter. Why? Because he's not going to have no pity upon his neighbor. Why? Because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation, man. And that's what's about to happen here in these last days, man. All right? Let's get this account going into 2 Kings. Because there's nothing new under the sun, man. And it's going to get even worse. This 2 Kings chapter 6, verse 24. And it came to pass after this, that Benhadad, king of Syria, gathered all his host and went up and besieged Samaria. And there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, they besieged it until an ass head was sold for 80 pieces of silver, and a fourth part of a cab of dove's dung for 5 pieces of silver. This is how bad it was, man. All right? Niggas was eating fucking donkeys. You see? And eating shit, man. You see? Verse 26, and as the king of Israel was passing by upon the wall, there cried a woman unto him, saying, Help my lord, O king. And he said, If the Lord do not help thee, when shall I help thee? And out of the barn floor or out of the winepress? Verse 28, it says, And the king said unto her, What alive thee? And she answered, This woman said unto me, Give thy son, that we may eat him today, and we will eat my son tomorrow. So we boiled my son, and did eat him. And I said unto her on the next day, Give thy son, that we may eat him. And she had hid her son. See? So this is the love of many waxing cold. This is what's going to happen. All right, to the point to where, hey, you fuck eating your own kids, man. It's going to come a time to where you're going to eat your own flesh. This is how messed up it's going to get out here, man. You see? To the point to where you're going to snatch on your own flesh, man. Because this is how you provoke the Lord unto anger. All right? To the point to where when the Lord pour out his wrath, he's going to pour all the way out. All right? Straight, no chaser. All right? It's about to get so bad out here, the Lord's going to have to send his archangel Michael, going into the book of Daniel chapter 12 verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in a book. All right, so it's going to become so bad out here that the archangel is going to have to stand in our defense, man. You see? Zombies. All right? Apparitions. Judgment. Going back and forth, man. Left and right. Non-stop. All right? Repeatedly. Rapidly. Constantly. Consistently. Happening. All right? Judgment on top of judgment on top of judgment. All right? Nothing but a domino effect. Knowing that all these things shall befall thee, what should we be doing? Let's get it in the book of Sirach. Sirach chapter 5, verse 7. And it reads, Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. All right, so don't procrastinate. Don't hesitate. All right. Isaiah 55:6, Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. All right, and the Lord is near. All right. As he's visiting this place, all right, through all of the calamities, the earthquakes in diverse places, wildfires in Hollywood, you know, all of these hailstorms. All right, the Lord scoping this bitch from the heavens. All right, these are signs of the Lord visiting this place. All right. Going into 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, all right, measuring the time diligently within itself. All right, when I see his part of the sign come to pass, then I shall know there's the very same time where the highest will begin to visit the world that he made. All right, so knowing that, man, we should be turning back to the Lord now, because the Lord is, hey, man, he's about to wreak havoc on this place. You see, bringing great famine in the land. All right, so turn back to the Lord, so the Lord could, because feed us in that time. What is that? I think it's Sirach 12 and 10. Let's see. No, Salakia. It's 2 and 10. Sirach chapter 2, verse 10. Look at the generations of old and see, did any ever trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? All right, nobody, man. You see? So, King David said that he never seen a man begging bread, roughly paraphrasing. All right? The Lord said that that my man shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. You see? So, hey, man, we got to trust in the Lord. Trust it with all thine heart. Going into Proverbs 3 and 5, trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not unto thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path through the times of Jacob's trouble. Shalom.